Good morning, everyone. It is day 8 on the Araroa trail, and we are making our way towards second breakfast at the Makene Dairy. It is currently 6:34 a.m. and we're a little over 2.5 kilometers in to our day so far. Not quite sure how long yet this day is going to be. It has the potential to be 27.5 miles, about 43 kilometers. Well, there's some rain coming in later this evening, thunderstorms overnight and into the early morning hours. So due to a river crossing in between those two campsites and walking along a stream or a river or something in between them as well, we're going to just see how far we can push today. But in the meantime, we're going to stop up here in a little less than a mile now, I guess, and have a little town snack, maybe some juice. Who knows? See what they have there, and before we move on. Yes, the cows are unimpressed. Yeah. Well, to our disappointment, the dairy was closed, the store. So, Makene Dairy. We checked online and it seemed like they were going to be open. The far out comments gave hours for every day of the week, and unfortunately we didn't get a juice or a coffee or anything, so we're moving on. Okay, entering the Omahuda forest, it looks like. We are 13 kilometers into our day. Still got a ways to go yet. Well, folks, not a whole lot to look at today. It's been all road walking so far, and this hill is just never ending. Every time we think we're at the top, turn a corner and it keeps going up. Just hoping that that's the top of the hill right there. All right, still on road. They're just shy of 20K in. It is 10:39 a.m. We just passed the bypass route if the river down here, or if the weather has been really bad, if the river's high and you can't do it. So before the campground, and I guess this is a place that this is where you make the call whether to turn back or not. If this bridge is underwater, then it's unsafe to move forward. So we know there's a lot of rain coming tonight, but we should be good for the day to cross the river ahead. This is looking pretty good. Still got plenty of room. We just saw what we think is a wild pig or boar. Not really sure what they might have out here. We're just short of the Blackbridge campsite at this point, but unfortunately you're not going to... Oh, you can hear it. Yep, it's right up there.
It's paused.
Yeah, it's gone now. So unfortunately I won't be able to show it to you, but it was all black. Yeah, it was sizable. Blackbridge camp. Little privy there. Looks like plenty of space for tents. And what's inside here? Little kitchen area, table, bench. Yep, and that's about it. Just your basics. We've got an area here where they're trying to keep invasive species and things out. So they ask us to keep our shoes cleaned off a little bit here as we're going through. Oh, you didn't see Java do that, did you? So we're gonna do our due diligence. And after hours of climbing on the road, we are now descending down into the gorge, the valley, canyon. Yeah, all kinds of words we could use for it, whatever it might be. Where the river is, the Waipapa River. So that's what we're about to cross here in just a couple of K. So we'll show you that when we get there. Cream. Try that again. Stream crossing. Yeah. Looks like the blaze is right up there in the tree. This is gorgeous water though. Look how clear it is. It's amazing. All right. Getting our feet wet for the first time today. All right, we've made it to the Waipapa River, and now we've got to cross it. So we're going to do that with our friend Nick here.
It's more shallow right here than it was over there when you started, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not bad.
It's not bad. It's just cold. And now we are headed up into the woods, and we're gonna see how far we go. We got like, I don't know, 1.5 miles to 2 miles, maybe something like that, to where there's a like a stealth camp, and we're gonna shoot for that, and then possibly push farther onto Puketi. But all right, had a pretty nasty incline back there, but man, now that we're up here, this is great. Really feeling tropical now, huh? All right, that was some pretty intense, call it bushwhacking, but we finally got to a boardwalk. Right back into the difficult stuff. It's really steep, angled, a lot of roots, and yeah, just plants everywhere that don't make it easy to see where you're going, where you're planting your feet. All right, we got about 1 more kilometer to go. Just stopped here by the river. Since we will likely be dry camping tonight, we should be heading up to towards the top of the hill in about 1/2 kilometer. So this might be one of the last chances we have for water. All right, here we are with the wrap up for day 8, right? 8. Yeah, I think this is the first trail that we haven't taken a break yet. We've gone 8 days straight. Usually we take 1-0 in the first week just to kind of reset and, kind of wrap our heads around the trail. But we haven't done that at all on this trail, and that's mainly because of the weather. That's really what it's been.
We've had fantastic weather, and we just want to kind of take advantage of that as much as possible.
Yep, because some is coming. Anyway, back to today. So today, ultimately, well, my watch, I had like 31 plus K on it. So we did 20 miles or so, something. I didn't figure out all the math yet. But yeah, it was a long day.
It would have been longer.
It could have been longer.
Yeah,
yes.
but anyway.
Yeah.
So we woke up at 5. We were out by 6. We were hoping to get something at the dairy. However, when we walked past there about 7:15,
Yeah.
they were still closed, and there was a little sign outside, like a little triangular sign that said closed Thursdays. However,
Today's
it wasn't-
Thursday.
Yes. However, it wasn't at the road or anything, but once again, it was just dark and it didn't seem like anybody was moving around inside. So we just kept walking.
Yeah.
Little do we know, it was opening at 7:30. But
Yeah.
by that point in time, we were too far past.
Yeah,
and
we were-
We were not backtracking.
Yeah, we were going far enough.
We were on a mission.
Yeah.
We just walked on Highway 1
Walked on Highway
first
1.
for
Yeah.
about what?
Till just after the dairy.
4 miles?
Yeah, something like that.
about
Yeah.
4 miles. And then we got onto more of a gravel road,
Yeah.
and we were on that seemingly forever.
Well, that took us all the way to Black Bridge.
Blackbridge.
Black
yes.
Bridge campground.
Yes. And that was just a steep climb.
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 Oh my gosh. I think we were, what'd I say? 10 kilometers, I think, roughly, 6 miles that we just kept climbing
kept
on that
climbing.
road. It was just kind of ridiculous.
I mean, it was easy. We had a good pace.
Well, yeah.
You
It wasn't
know,
difficult,
It
but-
wasn't challenging. It was just constant. Up,
Right.
up.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we did our 10 by 10. Did we do
10
a
by
10
10 and a 12 by 12, yes.
And we stopped twice before we got to the camp itself, where
Right.
mostly everybody else is staying tonight.
Right. That led us into the section where we knew the water was, well, we didn't know that we were going to have so much water.
Yes.
We just knew that there was a river crossing.
crossing.
And that was kind of what we were concerned about, and what everybody, talks about, is that this river crossing, and you got, with the storms that are supposed to come in tonight, maybe.
As steep as it is.
Yes. But at any rate, we wanted to make sure we got past that before all the rain. However,
So, because we didn't want to do the bypass trail.
Right.
Which is an option, but something that we did not prefer to do.
right. However, the problem, what ended up, kind of to our surprise,
Unexpectedly.
is shortly after the campsite, we went down all the way down the hill, and we heard water, and we then walked through the creek for several kilometers. I'm not sure how far it was. Well, it would have been about 5.
Okay.
4.5 to 5
Yeah.
is what we originally, and we're thinking how far the river was.
So we're ping-ponging
So,
between
whew.
like ankle, shin deep water
Yeah.
to rocky
Right.
shore lines types of things
Yeah.
to back in and back out. So constantly in and out, kind of traversing back and forth. There
Right.
was one point that I did get mid-thigh.
Yeah,
Where
yeah, a
it
couple
got-
times
I kind of
knee,
did get
yeah,
deep at one point.
Yeah.
But
that just wasn't, that was a surprise to us, just that we didn't know that we were going to be walking. I mean, we figured we'd be
In the
on
water.
trail near the water.
Yes,
We didn't
along
think that,
the water.
right, not that we would be
in the
walking
water.
in the water.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Fortunately, we had a great day to do that.
oh,
A
yeah.
nice afternoon.
beautiful
to do
day.
That,
Right.
So.
Yeah. So we got to the Waipapa River, and that's where we had to cross. And so we thought that maybe we could skirt along the edge to the right and go downstream a little bit to where it would have been narrower. But that was really proving to be difficult. Nick actually did a good job getting out there, but we didn't really feel all that comfortable with, because the rocks are slippery and they're underwater and it's deep in a couple of
Deep right
spots.
there, That's new.
So at any rate, we just said, okay, well, the river doesn't look that deep, and it's really not moving very swiftly. So just hoisted the packs up on the shoulder and just walked across. So
He carried both over.
so that was,
Took his over, came back for mine. You got deeper though that first
I
time
did.
through.
Yeah, I
You
was
were-
mid chest.
Right.
At least the first time through.
Right.
Because that was the didn't know where I was going kind
Right,
of thing. Yeah.
right.
So
And then I was about mid torso when we went across.
Yeah, you
And
went a
then
little
Nick
bit to the side,
Oh
yeah.
yes, and then Nick followed me through. So
Right.
It wasn't as bad.
but then the rest of the story, after the river,
We're like, yay, trail.
I was like, go ahead, you tell us about
I
it.
don't even know what to say.
It was
rugged.
Yeah. It was rugged.
Unkempt.
Yep.
I mean, it's dry right now.
Right.
At this point, it's dry, but it was
Yeah.
rough. We slowed considerably.
Oh yeah.
You know, we were making excellent time
Yeah.
today, and as soon as we hit that track,
That
There's
was it.
blowdowns.
Yeah.
There's reroutes. I mean, and you're once again going straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, and
Up
it's
and down along the
slick.
river.
I mean, it's,
Yeah, but it's kind of jungly. I mean, if you look behind us there, I mean,
Yeah.
it was thick.
it's thick. There's nowhere
Yeah.
to go.
Right.
So
And fortunately, again, for us, it was dry, because that really would have been, again, if it rains tonight, that's going to be muddy and slick even more. Anyway, it was tough. You saw it. It's in the videos. It was hard to represent because I couldn't video because it was just.
you had to be vigilant the entire time.
I had to really watch my footing all the time.
And there were some that were like little chasms over the water and things like that
Yeah.
you had to leap across. And
Yeah. So anyway, that's what it was. It was an adventure for sure. But that's why we stopped where we did. We knew that there was, in Far Out at least, there were some comments about the couple of campsites. So we stopped there at one of them, and I'll show you that in a couple of minutes, rather than pushing all the way to the Puketi campsite.
it would have been dark, and there's
Yeah.
no way that you can do this trail in the dark because
Right.
even in the light we were having issues, and we lost the
Yeah.
trail a couple of times.
Right.
So it's
Yep.
we
So.
didn't really have an option at that
And Nick,
point.
we think Nick pushed on. I mean,
He
he
did.
must have.
He's
He pushed
quick.
on. Yeah, he's fast.
young.
Yep. Yeah. So.
Sorry.
Yep. So, love you, Nick, but yeah, you're younger than we are. So, yeah. So it was a rough day. It was long miles, and it was harder than at least this second half.
Mm-hmm.
It was harder than we thought it was going to be.
We thought the water was the issue. We're like, oh,
Right.
okay, we're done with the water.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The
And it
water was
like,
great. I actually
no.
enjoyed the water.
Yeah.
It was,
And
yeah.
you're like, "Arr,
Yeah.
what is this?
Yep. So anyway, so that's that. It was anyway. It was a good day. I thought it was just
Absolutely.
hard.
We make good
So
progress.
yeah, we really did. So tomorrow, day 9, on trail again. We're just going to do a short day. We're going to finish up the miles to Puketi campground. So we have about 8 miles tomorrow. So it'll be short. Of course, there might be thunderstorms that roll through tonight, so that will affect things as well. We may get a later start if we need to kind of wait those out. We'll see what tomorrow brings. But
We
yeah,
have some time. We have some
Right.
affordability.
Right.
So
again, tomorrow's not going to be easy. There's going to be a lot of elevation change tomorrow as well. But yeah, 8 miles. That's it. So, all right.
it might take us 8 hours.
It might. It might. Yeah. So, all right. That's it for day 8. We will see you tomorrow on day 9. Have a good night.
Night.
And this is us for last night. As you can see, it did rain last night. Our nice big dry spot there on the ground. Forgot to take this for you last night. So here we are, packed up and ready to go the next morning. Yeah, you could fit a couple of tents here. I mean, easily 3 singles. We put a triple there. You could put another single or possibly even a double here and some over there. So this is kilometer 185.5 according to the TA Trail app, just shy of that on Far Out. So nice little spot here, high above the water, so that you don't have to worry about flash floods or anything like that.
We're close enough to the water that you can get water.
Yeah, you could actually, if you wanted to walk back down the hill, it's not very far at all, really. So we carried water up here, not knowing. So anyway, this is it pretty much as far as we know until you get to Puketi. So if you're in need of a spot like we were, this was great. All right, see you tomorrow or later today.